to my midlife crisis, so says the fallen. And today I have actually a special guest because this is my show, but I have Mikey V-Town, or Mike TV as you know him too.
That's right, I too suffer from the midlife crisis called So Says the Fallen. I too am a bitchy middle-aged old man.
and you know, that's what I do, dude. I just bitch about shit on here. And for today's show, we're starting off with something I'm going to bitch about today is, you know, action figure photography. And it's not other people's action figure photography, because we just did that, right?
Yeah, photography.
Look, you know, I've been drinking a little bit of bullet bourbon, you know, some old fashions.
I'm drinking some CB Jackson.
What the fuck is CB Jackson, man?
Kentucky straight bourbon. It comes from the same distillery as bullet bourbon, just a little cheaper.
Oh, okay. Yeah, same shit then.
It's like the cheaper bullet bourbon. It's the cheaper bourbon. But it's not Ancient Age, which is the bourbon of choice.
Mine's almost out. I just might as well fill my cup up. Some fucking Luke Bryan there.
This is what old people do, man. So basically, you sit on this show and get drunk and bitch.
Yeah.
When I was a young man and taking photography, we only had a flip phone and no social media.
I do it like Republican conservative radio, where I'll bitch about it and motherfuck everyone and give it a little pause and breather room so people can react and take in everything that I said. Yeah.
Like that. So you kind of going like, talk about gay frogs drinking the water.
Gay
water
frogs?
Frogs gay.
Who are these gay frogs?
The water is making the frogs gay. Here in Northern California, they're sacrificing babies to an owl.
Children are drinking the water and they are playing with frogs. They are sucking their frog dicks. What's that guy's name?
Alex Jones.
Yeah.
He got sued for fucking hella money, but he's still on fucking radio and TV.
That's what happened to Sandy Hook, was gay frogs.
Well, it's because of that I know more about the underground bootleg Pokemon game at Epstein Island. What?
What about when he has, the dude who was on Predator, who's like Jesse Ventura, and he was governor and all that shit, and he's a huge conspiracy guy, and he's been on Alex Jones.
Yeah,
and he'll prove it. He's like, I have dossiers, black copters, choppers were there. I can't do Jesse Ventura. I have to hear his voice to do it. I used to do it.
You got to be a lot deeper, like Jesse Ventura, the helicopters, Navy SEALs, Bin Laden, Saddam.
Bin Laden was my best friend. He chewed gum like a goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus. And I got dossiers to prove it. And there's black copters out there, the black chapter of the military. You don't know. It's hard to do Jesse Ventura. I got to hear him to know. You know, it's
Karrion Kross, that wrestler. He does a really good Jesse Ventura. Like fuck, dude. It's like spot on.
You know, it's actually, he might as well be a clone, an early clone of Jesse Ventura. The jury's still out there, but I'm here to tell you that he is.
The Canadian French Jacques Lacroix. Fuck. I don't know, dude. We just start going fucking random news voices. Well, anyways, what do you got planned for this show?
I'm kind of like pissed off at myself, and I've talked about that on this show before, so says the fallen, where, all my figures are in a pile and a mess, and the only fig talk I do is what's on top of the pile, and I just come up with an idea with what's easily accessible around my fucking mess, because nothing's organized. But I have this list that I put on my phone anytime I get an idea about a pic and a photog idea. Even if I'm asleep and I get a good idea and I wake up, I'm on my phone typing it in so I don't forget it. And so
when I wake up, I want to play. I want to play with my toys today.
I got this huge list. I mean, it's not that huge, but it's huge enough. And I started to not add to it because I haven't done any of these pictures. I mean, the ones that I do, I erase them from the list.
it's like many of our other song ideas and stuff. So like I know about these lists. Like, oh, I'm going to start a wrestling school, but I never did.
Things to do today.
I did it one time. In my trailer park. I did have a wrestling training going on.
You did.
Oh man,
we can go down.
Well,
this
let's
list.
hear some of these. Let's hear some of these ideas.
So, the bottom of the list. I'm gonna start from the bottom because it's the stuff from way early in the past, and I don't even remember the ideas. And normally, like, there's some sort of funny idea with it, so I just write down who's in the picture. So this, I do not remember the idea, but it says Michael Myers versus T-Rex. And I think it's because I bought that cheap ass, or it was like discount the Jurassic Park T-Rex with the Jurassic Park car or whatever. The suburban, not suburban, Forerunner.
It's a great shot though. Michael Myers versus T-Rex. Like, fuck, dude. The only thing that could top that would be like Michael Myers versus a Velociraptor.
But how would that picture? I don't even know what my idea was. Was just like a stare down, like. Michael Myers doesn't give a shit about T-Rex. I think I was thinking maybe, like, what would Michael Myers do versus T-Rex? Would he just, like, head nod?
Well, he'd already not move. Like, he doesn't move as it is. He just kind of statues it. So, like, the T-Rex would just walk by him and he could just stab it. You just fucking cut all the way down.
Oh, so it's like Jurassic Park rules where if you don't move, he doesn't see you.
Yeah.
Well, see,
if Michael Myers doesn't move, he barely moves. He moves his head like...
You might have something there, but I think the film... if it was in a movie, I think it would be like they would cut the scene. You wouldn't see it, and then you would just see a bloody fucking Michael Myers walk away, and there's a dead T-Rex. They just wouldn't show it.
T-Rex 2 sticking in his fucking shoulder and shit. Like,
Next on the list, this one was a good one, and I still haven't done this, but I want to do this. I think I just have to get the right background, and I have some of the props for it. But it's Deadpool and Spider-Man. But they're chained at the ankle in the Saw bathroom.
Oh, nice.
And I think the idea was like, Deadpool can just cut off his foot. He don't give a fuck. Yeah. It's going to grow back. And Spider-Man's going to be there going, what the fuck, man? You're just going to leave?
Yeah.
I think
actually would be a great shot, dude. I think that would be a really cool mashup.
And I think it would work if you get because I wanted to get the subway for extreme sets, which would look good as a bathroom. It would match the Saw bathroom kind of, and then I have toilets and stuff. Actual toilets.
You could get a whole story out of that. Like Deadpool could cut his own foot and just hop off, and then when Spider-Man's like, "What the fuck?" He could just throw him the saw.
Yeah, that's funny. So you have to like swipe to see all the pictures. That's pretty good, man.
Like, aren't you? Because that's the big thing now is the multi-picture swipe. But that's a better story to be told.
And I say this a lot, and I say
you got Billy, right?
I don't. Yes, I do. I haven't opened them, though. I have the old NECA version, and I have the one where, he's in the pig mask in the red cloak. I don't know if it's the black cloak one. I know there was different versions.
But he's not as iconic as just the Billy puppet. I think that would be great for
I have to put the Billy puppet in there, so I'd have to open that, yeah. I might have sold that, though. That. Yeah,
because even for the story, like I could just see like the whole story could go on. Deadpool knock the puppet off and try to ride the tricycle off with only one foot.
That'd be really funny. Now here's an idea. I said this on Hoodcast a lot. These picture ideas, anyone can do, man. Like just like Unworthy did Cobra's idea of the.
No, that was my idea.
Was it your idea? I thought it was Cobra's.
Yeah. No, is he stealing credit for it? That was my idea.
No, I just don't remember that well, dude.
Because I remember saying something like, I'm just surprised that nobody has done a shot of Gunslinger Spawn versus Cad Bane yet.
Oh, so it was you.
Yeah. Then it pops up, and I'm like, well, now I don't even need to take the shot, motherfucker.
No, but it's okay. Everyone can do different shots. Like, it's all going to be different. Like, mine would have been way different from Unworthy's. Like, mine, I would have actually shown, like, the high noon clock and some other shit. I would have done.
You gotta put the clock. Like I could see yours. Like the background is the Western clock tower from Back to the Future 3.
Oh, dude, that'd be dope. And you can put Deadpool in anything, and like hit Deadpool connecting the wires, the time wires for the electricity. It'd still be good. And you can cut off Doc Brown's hair and put it on the Deadpool mask. Yeah,
exactly.
Moving on with the list, I don't know why anyone didn't do this. So, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Krang with the any Krang actually, but I was going to use the NECA one that came with the body.
Yeah.
And he was going to be fighting zombies because he's a fucking brain, you know?
Yeah.
And
that'd be a fucking funny shot too, man.
He's going to be murdering zombies and punching their heads off, and like he's going to be bloody Krang himself in the bodysuit.
Because he's just a big brain.
Right. So, yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff. You can add like Negan to it, or and I do have a Negan figure, and I have another shot planned for him too.
See, I need to get a Negan figure, but I want like a good one that has pose ability.
The one I have is pretty decent. He's a 7-inch, 6.5, and he has a little bit of posability.
Is it a comic book or the show?
It's a show one. It's Jeffrey Dean Morgan or whatever.
Oh, because I know they did a really cool comic book 2-pack with the Negan and Rick Grimes.
Yeah,
they have the colored version, and then they have the blood color version. Then they have the black and white version, and then the blood black and white version. Because Tom McFarlane loves repainting shit.
I was gonna do another picture next on the list. So I was gonna use maybe the New Gen entrance ring or entranceway or something with the lights in the background. Even though the Road Warriors were not there, I was going to use the Road Warriors, but I wanted a classic entrance. But coming out with them is going to be Dave Brokey with the Ric Flair head that looks like Dave Brokey, but he's going to be wearing his shoulder pads that, my custom I have of Guar with the Stormtrooper helmets as his shoulder pads. And then he's coming out with the Road Warriors, which is LOD, but the black suit, black armor versions.
LOD, Road Warriors, everybody knows what you're talking about. Both dead.
Both dead. And Dave Brokey's dead, too. So they're all dead. And it's just a team matchup that's in my dreams, I guess.
I always wanted LOD figures in the Demolition. Like, I just always wanted all 3 members of Demolition for some Fig Talk, but I never paid the price. The price is high as fuck for the Elite version.
I have Crush, and I got them for cheap, and that's it. I don't. They're gonna release them again when they get the licensing or something, or someone else's. Oh, did you know that Zombie Sailor Toys is gonna do actual 6-inch figures now? Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, if he gives Nick Gage, dude, take my money, dude.
I mean, it's going to happen. He's got the license. So
Nick Gage and Effie are going to get fucking figures, dude.
Yeah. And also, I think he's going to do... what is he doing first? I forget what it is.
He's doing, I believe... Fuck, who is it?
It's not Sabu. It's one of the ones he's already made in the Hasbro style.
Jeff Jarrett.
It's Jeff Jarrett, yeah. It's almost basically... WWE showed off an ultimate Jeff Jarrett with the JJ hat and everything. Yeah. And then they canceled it because he went to AEW and then left again. But
I wonder how that's going to work with Bruiser Brody, if he could do a Bruiser Brody. But Powertown's got a really good one coming out. But I think Powertown signed a deal with Bruiser Brody's wife to make the only 6-inch figure.
No, you can make multiple deals licensing as you want if you're the family. WWE wants, if they make a deal with you, then you're just Legends deal or whatever the deal. They have it in their contract that you can't just go and do something else. But some other wrestlers who are super popular can do what they want, and WWE will go with it.
If he makes a new Raven, that would be sick too.
I think that's next on the list. That's when after the Jeff Jarrett, it's going to be Raven.
Because I need a good 6-inch Raven. I mean, Jack's made the best Raven figure there is.
That figure's dope, man. I still use it to this day.
From the head sculpt to everything. I always thinking about taking the head off and putting it on a Elite body and then getting shorts and shit from like a Barbie fucking set.
Yeah. I've seen people do that, but it doesn't look that good. Yo, you got a list too, man.
I got a list, dude. I was always going to make a 6-inch Elite Raven to go with my Bruiser Brody I made.
Next on my list, and I'm going to do this pretty soon. I'm going to use my Backstage Extreme Sets thing, and I'm going to have Vince Russo from the FTC figure line. The figure sucks, but whatever. It's Vince Russo. He's going to have the clipboard from Stacy Keibler, and he's going to be talking to Undertaker and Bossman. And he's going to be saying, to Undertaker, he's like, and then you're going to hang this dude, bro. You're going to hang him from the cage, bro. You're just going to hang him. And boss man's gonna be like, what? I get hanged. Don't worry, bro. You're gonna be fine. And people are gonna love it. You're gonna be dead. Undertaker killed you in the middle. They hung you. You know, I just want to do a whole series of backstage shit that actually happened, you know?
That'd be fucking cool, dude. That would be... But, I mean, the backstage set's hella big, right?
Yeah, but you can use just small panels of it, you know?
Okay.
And
so it's like the alleyway. You can just make it a small little corner.
Yeah, it's actually a really cool set, and you can put it away hella quick back in the box. You can use just the locker setups and the benches if you want. Like it's
as compared to
really good.
The AEW entrance, how big is it?
It's big. If you fully set it up, like it's long. It's about, you know, my card playing table. It's probably 75% of that if you all set it up.
I might get it because I want to upgrade like how I always have my Mezcos, like my skulls, my Rumble Society, and I always build like a room.
Yeah,
a room scene for him. I want to upgrade it, and I'm thinking about buying that backstage one because then the arcade games will look so good in it and everything.
Dude, right now they have a 25% off, and then you can use a code to get more % off. But they always have % offs. So
I'll just use the major code too. Like, you know, shout out to Zack Ryder.
Man, there's other people with codes. We don't have one, but yeah, don't give money to fucking them. They got enough fucking money. Another picture on my list. I have the Funko of Cartman as Osimo when he was tricking Butters. He put on the robot costume, the box.
Yeah.
But instead, I was going to do a picture of Osimo with the fur dog, the NECA Edward Furlong figure. And he'd be like, oh, kick ass, my own Osimo. Chill out, dickwad. It's going to be Cartman. You know, something.
Yeah, I need that figure. I need that Eddie Furlong.
I mean, you have to, because he's a good fan for your audience. He's good to be there. Easy money.
I kind of want to get 2 heads for him. Then I could have American History X Fur Dog.
Oh, shit, dude. Yeah.
Like, because, you know, if you rip it off, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a gap where the hair plugged into that they glued on.
Didn't you say you just showed that movie to your son?
Yeah, I did. I just showed it to my son.
What he think?
He was listening to the speech before they raid the Mexican the store with all the Mexicans.
Yeah.
And he's like, and I was like, hey Ari, does that sound familiar? And he was like, that sounds like Fox News, like Papa listens to. I was like, exactly.
See, I always go through and I always forget about American History X as like a good fur dog movie, because I always think of you know, Crow Part 4, not good.
Yeah.
But Brain Scan, Pet Sematary 2, Terminator 2, these are all great fur dog movies, kind of. You know, they have their moments.
But I mean, like his 2 best movies will always be Terminator 2 and fucking American History X.
And I always forget about American History X because it's an Edward Norton movie, you know?
Yeah.
It's mainly him, but it's still Edward Furlong plays the really good kid brother, man.
Yeah,
and plus the curb stomp is invented there. Well, not invented, but we've known about it forever.
Yeah, the California Smile.
Yeah.
I want to fucking figure out how to make a custom Seth figure. So if I ever get, that's the fat guy from American History X.
Okay,
the guy from Boy Meets World.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while. I remember. Yes.
I want to make a fat version of him, because I'll take one of the vests from my Ninja Turtle band. Like the tour turtles.
Yeah, the tour with all the patches.
And I give him a t-shirt. I just need to find the right fat body to put a t-shirt on, and then get him some pants, and then I can make fucking Fat Seth from fucking American History X, and it inspired me to get that Furlong dog so I can make Danny.
He's the bully from that show or whatever.
Boy Meets World.
And then his dad was Vader.
Yeah. His famous song is "I Remember the Glory Days, the trampolines at the zoo. We bathed ourselves in ninja blood, and all the mongrels."
That's right. Oh shit!
Take you down the Zod machine, Jew by Jew by Jew.
You know what's funny about those movies that are supposed to make you open your eyes to cultures like that and stuff, and you know, not that it's a heartwarming story, but that, you know, National Socialist Movement people, NSM people, and, you know, weird Nazis love those movies, and they love the fact that those movies are about
Oh,
that.
so you want to hear something funny? The director of the movie, fucking what's there? He was a music video director and shit. He had a different ending plan for American History X.
Remind me how it ended. It's been a while.
So
Edward Norton dies,
Edward
right?
Furlong. What?
Edward Furlong shoots someone and gets
No,
in
it
trouble.
ends up with like Edward Furlong has the report. They just had donuts with his brother or whatever, and his brother was asked to go back to the Nazi people to try to talk him down. Whatever. Fast forward, he's at school and he goes to the bathroom to take a piss, and this dude from earlier in the movie, this black dude, ends up shooting him in the bathroom.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it ends with Edward Furlong coming into the fucking bathroom, and he hugs him while he's there covered in blood. But the ending that the director originally wanted was that they take him home, they take Vineyard back to his mom's house, and then they're telling the mom, and the mom's crying and stuff, and then he goes to the bathroom, and they show a scene of him shaving his head off and looking at the swastika, smiling and holding a gun up.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm like, that ending is crazy dope.
Right.
But it turned out halfway through the filming of the movie, Edward Furlong took over.
Really?
Yeah. Basically, he cut the movie, so he gave himself more screen time, and they cut off a lot of the shit that the original director wanted on, so the director took his name off the movie.
What? Really?
Yeah.
So, I mean, but that must have been a studio thing, not an Edward Furlong thing.
No,
the studio probably didn't want it that dark, so they're like, we need Edward Furlong to do these other things because he's a star kid.
That Norton took over. Norton came in and he fucking took over the show.
Yeah, he's like, dude, I'm gonna be Hulk in a couple of years.
Yeah, he's like, man, I can't, come out of prison reformed after getting raped by Nazis. After being a Nazi.
Had he already done Fight Club yet or not?
No, this was before Fight Club. This is literally, he was a no-name, and the director didn't even want him in the movie.
Yeah. He was good, though, so.
But everybody turned it down that the director offered it to. But anyways, back to whatever. Let's go back to the list.
Actually, one of the best, like, kind of like movies like that's kind of Nazi-oriented that I've seen, and I think it's a kind of better than that because it's kind of meta at the same time, is The Believer. You ever seen The Believer?
Yeah.
Starring the dude from The
Harry
Notebook.
Potter.
No.
I thought,
the dude from The Notebook. What's that dude everyone loves, or every woman loves him?
I don't know.
He does all kinds of weird films, but he does some big name films. What's his name? Like, everyone thinks he's fucking hot. What's his name?
I remember there was Harry Potter did one where he was an undercover cop, and then he joined the Nazis or whatever. The Believer, 2001 film. I'm looking it up right now. Ryan Gosling, yes. That film is fucking awesome, dude. Because Billy Zane's in it. That's one guy.
Billy Zane is like the leader of the NSM movement, but it's more like political.
NSA.
Yes, they call it NSA, but it's actually in real life it's NSM.
Yeah,
I know because I've met some of these dudes and they're fucking out there.
Yeah,
but yeah, dude, and he's a Jew who's a Nazi kid or whatever.
Yeah,
and he keeps doing all these Vissel and Hatara, but doing like Sig Heils while doing Jewish. Yeah, what do you call them? Fucking. Chutzpahs, whatever, fucking, reading from the Torah and all that shit. But still, like, and then there's a lot of Jewish shit in it, like where they talk about, like, well, not that there is no hell, but we don't know, there's no description of hell. And he actually ends up dying, and his hell is constantly climbing stairs trying to find the truth, which is, I don't know, the movie like hits me like pretty hard. Like, I was like, wow, dude, that's fucking. For a low budget movie and Ryan Gosling doing some fucking crazy shit, and fucking killing fools.
Have you ever seen Romper Stomper?
Yeah, I've seen that. It's not as good though.
Not as good. It's just Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe being a badass like he normally is, throwing phones at fools.
Yeah, I always like the Higher Learning was always good with Remy.
Yeah, Higher Learning. Yep.
But that's not per se a Nazi movie. But anyways, how did we get on Nazi movies? Fuck.
I don't know. Let's move on with my list that's not Nazi orientated. Until you get your 1/6 scale Hitler figure, dude.
No, I'm trying to get the 112 from the Bean. It's called the Demon King.
Oh shit!
But dude, I can't find it now.
Nice. Well, it's sold out, dude. You know how many like collectors of World War II there is? It's not that it's evil. Like World War II is a huge like pastime.
I really want that Jello Bean fucking the Demon King. They have two of them.
Yeah.
Yep. They have the yelling one in his underpants.
Yes.
Or the one with the podium, which is dope.
Right.
And then they got the other one with him in his underpants.
They're both good, but
yeah.
The
photography I could pull with it. That's on my list.
You can do so much shit with like a Hitler figure, right?
Yeah, dude. I put that off my list. That's always been on my list is to get that Hitler. Fuck.
I mean, and obviously he's going to be in hilarious. You're not going to do like really bad stuff, but maybe that would be for the Patreon. But the hilarious stuff would be free.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I would totally do it. We'd totally have some fucking Patreon uncensored fucking Yellow Bean fucking Hitler figure pics, dude.
I was going to do a picture, because I made my own figure out of Fred Wurst or Frod Durst.
Yeah, Frod Wurst.
But I was, I have that NECA Robocop that comes with a chair. So I was going to put my figure in the chair or put my head on RoboCop and sitting in the chair and have all these like mic equipment coming towards me off the chair. And it's going to be, Jonathan Fallen, all machine, all podcast, or half machine, all podcast. Like
the art represented through reality, man.
No, but it's just like, so
that's the engineer.
Some of the photos for like the episodes of So Says the Fallen is a different figure representation of me. Like it'll be Jonathanos. I'll have Spawnathan Fallen. Like, I just put my head on every single fucking figure and just call it something else. Here's something interesting I wanted to do. I wanted to take Theodore Sodcutter from the Mezco release. And since he looks like he's from, he looks like the Hatbox Ghost at Disneyland for the Haunted Mansion. And the Haunted Mansion, if you've ever been on the ride where the ghosts are dancing, they use a technique called Pepper's Ghost. And the dude who invented that whole thing is you use certain mirrors in a different room to make it look like they're there, but they're see-through. And
where they're in the car with you at the end.
I wanted to build a setup to where I can make it look like that, and do the Pepper's Ghost thing, where it takes an image and puts an image on the mirror or through the glass that you're looking at, and then take a picture of it. But I was going to do that with Undertaker and Theodore Sodcutter, with the casket setup you get from ringside and stuff. I'd have to figure out, I'd have to read up on Pepper's Ghost how you do that. I know it's a separate room and you use mirrors to shadow it on.
Yeah,
it would take some expert lighting in how to do it, but it sounds like a really cool project that I'll never get to because it's a lot in there.
It's super advanced, dude. That's like, I think that's beyond your moveset, dude.
I mean, I could just Photoshop it and use the opacity to make them look like ghosts.
It'd be so much better to be able to try to do the trickery like that.
Yeah, so if you do the trickery and then you do the pull away where you show how you do it, that's really cool. And then I'll get my 32 likes. All worth it. Hundreds of dollars
32 likes
spent,
before the shadow ban.
$100 for the Theodore figure. $30 for the Undertaker figure. Another, $15 for the casket setup. Another, maybe close to 100 for the whole setup of the different rooms, different card drop backdrops and levels to make Pepper's Ghost thing work.
Yeah.
Look, I've seen so many videos how that Pepper's Ghost thing works. I still don't understand it. I think I have to build it like a science project and then submit it to school again.
That's gonna be on your senior fucking list, dude. Like your daughter's gonna get all married and have her own kids, and you have great grandkids. And you're like, where's Grandpa? There's Grandpa Jonathan at? And you'll be out there and you finally perfect the shot.
I did it! I made Pepper's Ghost with action figures. You're like, great.
And they'll be like, people don't use Instagram no more.
Oh, fuck. It's like MySpace for old people. You're still on Facebook? So, and then next on the list, this is going pretty recent, Cad Bane Gunslinger Spawn High Noon. That's what I wrote down. Motherfuck. Yeah. And I can still do it.
I can do it too. It was I came up with the idea. Now I'm like, I just don't want to.
But I don't want to do it. I don't have the new Cad Bane from the show with the shorter, like, cooler hat.
Yeah.
You know, because I have the old Cad Bane with the big floppy hat, and I don't like that. It's too floppy and big. It looks more. I got
floppy hat Bane too.
It looks more Mexican, like Siesta Cad Bane. He's taking a siesta.
Put a fucking poncho on him.
Where do I get a poncho?
Eastwood, get out here.
Dude, those movies are dope, man. You gotta watch them, man. You just sit down one
day.
I
watch Back to the Future. I'm just not like
not Back to the Future. I'm talking about the Eastwood movies or like spaghetti westerns, man. Fistful of Dollars and.
I've seen those ones. I mean, my favorite Eastwood movies, Paint Your Wagon.
You know, and I did a good photo of that. Months and months ago, I had like the dude from Westworld, the old man. Eric, what's his name? Eric Harris or something Harris.
Neal.
Ed Harris.
No, Ed Harris, yeah.
I had Ed Harris, and he's raising his hat, and like Spawn is getting down. They're all dancing in front of a wagon. I thought it was a great picture, but I got 22 likes maybe.
And then you got Shadow Band.
Yeah, and look, it's also because action figure collectors are like, "What's Paint Your Wagon?" And still, I've never seen the movie. I only know the Simpsons reference.
Dude, you gotta watch it.
Gonna paint your wagon. I'm gonna paint it.
Dude, he fucking smiles, dude.
Of course, he's singing.
It's basically a cuckold relationship.
It's basically South Park creators' first movie. Spadoinkle Day or whatever,
It's a cuckold relationship in the gold mining era. Clampers love that movie, dude.
Is it just about painting a wagon? I mean, we talked about this.
That's just the name of the movie. So the movie is about a guy that's a town drunk, and then a nameless gold miner, and then this chick comes. It's just he has no name. He's nameless.
Unnamed.
Yeah, and then. I think they just call him Guy or some shit. They're like, oh, that guy or some fucking shit like that. And it's Eastwood. And the other one is the guy from, like, what the hell is his name? He's an old Western timer actor, whatever.
The badass dude. The guy who talks like this.
Yeah, but I guess a chick comes to town, and then he wins her in a poker game, but she's in love with the other dude. And then they settle down together, and then they mine. And it's, I think they buy her from some Mormons. That's where they get her. They buy her from some Mormons.
Colorado territory.
Probably. Colorado territory. Out here in the Mormon community, we like to share our wives with people.
Well,
with 2 pints of booze and a gold coin.
They settled in Utah because they had to, because no one else wanted them. Fucking Joseph. He didn't know what the fuck he's doing. Read from gold tablets, man. Nobody could see him.
Anyways, what else is on this list of to-dos?
This one I'm working on right now. And it's NECA Evil Dead 2 Ash, which I have. And he's going to be teamed up with Negan. I think it's, I don't know who made it. I think McFarlane made it, but it's not the smaller one. It's the 7-inch one.
It's his, I forgot what that wave was called. It's like Color something. And it was like his old school figures that have 0 to no articulation. I think maybe the arms move.
No, it has articulation, just not a whole lot. But it's like a Diamond Select kind of articulation,
Okay.
So it's got 16 points. So it'll work. And I bought it from the flea market from some dude. You were there like many, maybe a year ago. I don't know, but I have it somewhere. I think I have it in a box for sale, but now I'm going to use it for a photog. But I'm gonna use him, and they're gonna be fighting zombie superheroes. So Captain America zombie. I
Wanda.
have so recently, like the DC Direct, now McFarlane fucking deceased figures. I bought the Superman and the Supergirl, and they were cheap on Amazon. You know, like $10 each. So I'm like, all right.
They're cheap in GameStop too. They're like $10.
Yeah. So, and also I repainted the Supergirl and cut up her skirt and all that shit. So she's gonna be flying as like a ghoul with her hands up and down, going, you know,
yeah,
like Evil Dead. While Superman's gonna be more zombie-ish. Yeah, Deadeye. And you know,
dude.
Negan and Ash are gonna be back to back, like going, what the fuck? They have to battle super zombies, you know?
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Evil Dead, have you seen the new preview for their fucking Evil Dead Rise?
Yeah, and it shows the mom with their children or something like that.
It's literally Critters 3, but Evil Dead.
I mean, it's still, is it done by Sam Raimi?
Yeah, it's done by everybody.
Or is
Bruce Campbell's
is Sam Raimi just producing it?
I think he's directing it, producing it, and Bruce Campbell's executive producer.
I don't know that Sam Raimi's going to direct it. I think he's going to trust it to someone else and just produce it like he did with the other Evil Dead.
But it's literally Critters 3. You remember Critters 3 when they moved into the city building?
Yeah.
And the critters were in the basement? And the critters were in the basement while the book's in the basement. And then it happens. I'm like, dude, they literally went Critters 3 with fucking Evil Dead.
Yeah, but Critters 3 sucked ass, man. But like, dude, look.
It had Leo.
You still can't go. Yeah, it did. You can't go wrong with Deadites. Deadites are always entertaining and fun, especially when Sam Raimi writes something for it and directs it. Like, he's really good at entertaining you. Yeah. Whether it's horror or not, because his horror is not scary. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
The dude doesn't even like to write horror or do horror. It's just that's what he came up with and was going to do. He just makes it entertaining. He's like, I just do what people want to see.
Yeah. Fucking the cool thing is, like, if you do that shot, you'll probably get, like 42 likes.
Oh, 42. I'm in.
Because the Evil Dead movie's coming out. And everybody's all hyped on it right now in the horror community. So you just got to make sure you hashtag it Evil Dead Rise.
I mean, it probably, I don't know if I'm going to Photoshop some part of the background because I don't have like a cabin set up or, any of that shit.
You just got to hashtag it Evil Dead Rise. You'll get hella hits.
I'll do that. That's a good, I had to make a note of that.
That's how my Doctor Strange pictures always do well when like a new movie's coming out. Like if you see a new movie coming out and then I put out a photography, I'll use that hashtag. I get at least 41 likes. Sometimes.
That's all that's on my list for right now. Actually, I have a whole nother list of shit that's way older that I never did, and it's just stupid. Yeah. Whenever I get an idea, I write it down on notes on my phone just to go through later. If I have nothing for the show, and sometimes I say that at the beginning of the show, I got nothing, man. Yeah. And we just got to wing it the show, and it usually turns out pretty good. But I'll have notes and shit to go through. That I can just wing on. And
some of my good jokes I have go through my head and I say them all day to myself at work. And then when I do the show, then I'm like, okay, this is the perfect time to interject this into here finally,
I do the same shit, to my wife. Like, normally, I'll let her drive because it's her car or whatever. I drive my truck and she don't ride with me nowhere. But I ride in the passenger seat. So I'm usually riffing. Yeah. Trying out jokes on her. And, I get her fucking cracking up, but also she's cracking up because I'm fucking corny and stupid. Yeah. She calls me a fucking idiot. I'm like, dude, look, this is what I'm just practicing jokes.
Yeah.
And they come out I think they're way funnier there. And then when I do them on the show, it feels forced for
it feels like a car wreck.
Yeah, and the car wreck sound happens. It's fine. You guys sometimes don't react to them, or you go, fucking burn.
Well, sometimes when you say a really bad joke, and I do my pause, I'm like, dude, what can I do to save this right now?
But that's a brilliant part of radio. The dead silence after a joke is fucking funny.
Yeah, to me, art, there is no wrong or right way to do art. Art is art.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And it's that's how I approach the photography game too, is Some people might not like it, but I mean, I like it. It looks cool to me. You know?
That's what photography is all about. I think with the action figure community, it's about yourself as a grown man playing with toys and taking pictures, and you feeling something from your own picture, and you share that with the world or the rest of the community, and see if those people feel anything from it. You know, it's not about like getting all the likes and stuff like that. It's nice, but it's really about making something for yourself.
I mean, to me, there's likes, and then there's the connection you make with other people that you would never meet ever.
Right.
Except for some reason you did something that you really love, your style of art, and then they kind of dug it too. And then it's like, hey, it starts bringing people together. Like true people, true followers will find you. Fucking, you could buy likes. You can fucking pay bots to give you likes. You know?
Yeah.
It's the more organic approach. It's what we do with Hoodcast.
And then, and Instagram has its own problems. And I don't know, within the next, 10 years, is all the action figure community going to move to somewhere else that's better, that's going to come out? I don't know if that's going to happen, because the internet age, shit comes up, but still, I still think like the strong points stay there for our community. I don't know how.
I'm going to be honest. I think AI, all those AI fucking photo edit things are going to kill photography, because now people won't even have to use a skill. They have an AI bot that controls it and makes it look fucking good.
But it's not like you did it though.
Yeah, but if you took the picture, then you can still take credit. Because like I've seen some other people that are they did some black superheroes, but I could tell it was used with the AI app when you put the suggestions in, because I've used it before. That's how I got the Mikey V logo for my fucking Hoodcast.
Oh, so you can take your own picture and put it into an AI app? I don't know how that works.
You could take now, so there's ways you could just introduce suggestions to an AI, which will get you like real world pictures. But then you can also use your photos of photography, put it through an AI, and AI will edit it, change the style up, and get the final tune.
I don't like that at all.
I think that's what's going to ruin photography. So all these people buying these fancy ass cameras and shit, they're about to get shut down by people that just have a phone.
No, we'll know the difference. And, but like, see, I use a lot of Photoshop here and there, but it's not like I'm cheating. It's like, dude, I actually take multiple pictures like of a figure hella times,
Well, but even when you're doing Photoshop, it's filtering, right? You use filters.
Here and there,
and then you got to figure out the leveling of your contrast.
Yes.
Your balance of color. You want it cool, you want it warmer, you want to finely tune it.
Right.
Like the AI does it all. Like there's no longer like, I'm gonna have to do this and this and this. Now you can just throw it through an AI, take the AI thing, and then I'm just gonna put a little fine tune on it.
So even if I do a full setup on a photography, like I set up the backdrop and I set up like the wrestling ring or something like that, and the fans, that's gonna take me, at least like 2 hours to get like a good picture, or I'll take like 50 pictures and I'll scroll through all of them, pick like the best 2 or 3, But even if I do, if I'm just like, what I normally do is like I'll grab 2 figures off the top of the heap of the piles of the mess and go and watch TV with my wife, and on the coffee table I'll set them up in poses while watching TV and take pictures. And then I'll Photoshop into something, and that still takes me, 1-2 hours of Photoshopping, figuring out what's going to work and how to make it look the best I can. And not always is the best, and sometimes it is really good, So it still takes me the same amount of time. It's just I do it at my leisure,
Yeah, exactly. Me, I always just rush and do some shit, and then I spend like, an hour to an hour and a half just doing the fucking PixArt edits and just trying to tweak it right.
I do understand like doing the setup, or even going into the wild and in the outback, which is your backyard, or the beach or something like that, and setting up dope shots. That takes skill, man, and you have to like kind of bend over, your back hurts, or lay on the ground and get
you gotta lay on the ground.
You get sand in your drawers and skivvies and shit, like
look like a fucking jackass.
Right. And plus, like, other people are like, what the fuck is that guy doing,
Sometimes you look like a jackass on a cliff overlooking the fucking Santa Cruz boardwalk in broad daylight with some Star Wars figures filming the fucking Tatooine scene, trying to get an ocean in the background. And people walking around thinking you're on drugs or fentanyl. Like, no, man, I'm just trying to take some toy pictures with your clown college vehicle sitting over in the corner over there
like, why
that you climb into.
Why is that guy swearing at toys? He's like, because they won't stand. You know? Like,
and the wind keeps blowing. It fucking sucks.
Fucking stormtrooper, you fucking piece of shit. Fucking Hasbro with their fucking joints. Piece of
God damn it, Kid Fisto, you're too top heavy, motherfucker. But I mean, it's outdoor photography works sometimes as long as you get like a really good outdoor. But you still got to figure out a fine spot where the light's not going to hit it too much, and you got to adjust your angle to get the sun out of it because the sun will put that glare and fuck your shit all up.
But sometimes you want certain glare going in there, and there's a right time of day to do pictures at the right angle, you know. And normally, like if you hire a photographer to take pictures of your family or something like that, which we've done before, and it's astronomical, dude. It's like $300 to $600, like depending on the photographer. Yeah, so I started doing it myself. I'll take pictures of my own family myself. You know, I'll set up the camera. I'll have a clicker in my hand, and we'll just take 1,000 photos here, there, and you know, I'll make them good because I don't want to pay that fucking money. You know, I'm an artist. I can figure that shit out, dude. Like,
right.
So, and most of these photographers, they want to take pictures in like the evening, you know, where the lighting is just perfect when the sun's just going down and you get that right,
like the right
angle,
orange.
You know, yeah, and you get the right sunbeams coming through if you want them, you know, in certain areas. So, yeah, at that point of the day is when you should be taking X-figure photography. You don't want to do it in the morning outdoors and stuff like that, or in like the noon where like the sun's just right overhead, unless you have certain blocking and stuff, you know.
Yeah, or if you're on the ground laying on your stomach and you're fucking trying to block the wind and the sunlight, but not get your shadow in the shot.
yeah, hiding shadows and stuff is a hard thing to do. Like I even on my Photoshop stuff, I've started to add my own shadows, not shadows of me, but shadows of the figures. I'll take I'll get like you know, just a screenshot of a black block, and I'll put it like and run down like the opacity, and then eraser tool so it looks like the shadow of the figure. And dude, it fucking works, man.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing now with my because I used to do too much filtering, and like what I'd want really in the background would be in the foreground. And I started really learning how to fine tune with that eraser thing where it looks like it's behind the figure where it fucking should be.
Yeah. Eraser tool, like once you get good at it, I mean, different apps are different how to use it, but yeah, the eraser tool is key, man.
You got to change the fucking the width of it and shit like that. Like you got to zoom in super close and get the fine tune corners.
Dude, and like, so now I pay for PixArt. I'll give them $40 a year. I don't give a fuck because I use it all the fucking time. Well,
it's good for taking the background out.
Yeah, and I use it for our, you know, our screenshots or like our ads for like you know the show promotions and stuff like that, or the covers, you know. Yeah. So it's just an expense that I'm gonna pay, dude, because I could do it for free on my laptop. But most of the time I'm at work, you know, and so I got to do it on my phone. So I pay for it. And I might be a chump for that, but hey, dude, it's
And that reminds me, for that HoodCastAF episode on horrorcore, dude, I'll make a fucking a thing for it.
All right.
Cuz I got an idea for something I want to try.
All right. You going to make it pretty soon?
Yeah, I'll probably make it either tonight after this shit and then even tomorrow. So I'll make one. I got an idea. I want to do something.
I mean, it's not like it's a timely episode, so yeah, whenever you do it. But
I want to do it because and that way,
like for the Patreon, I usually try to put out like 2 episodes of something, whether it's So Says the Fallen, where it's HoodCastAF, whether it's another Hoodcast, like
dude,
2 episodes a week on Patreon.
Yep, and fucking there's going to be more content to come.
Absolutely, man.
And I think we fucking did it, dude.
I think we did too.
I appreciate you, sir, for having me come from my my Hoodcast podcast to visit So Says the Fallen. You know.
You're welcome, man. Welcome to like our midlife crisis. While we keep buying figures, kind of in debt, but not, you know.
But then you keep wanting to buy figures that you keep putting off because you keep finding other shit that you want to buy.
Oh, dude, I was so pissed today. My King figure from Storm Collectibles was delivered today, and I was here. But it needed a signature. I bought this shit off Amazon.
Fuck.
I had a pre-order from Amazon from fucking over a year ago. And it came today, and the dogs were just barking too much, and I was yelling at them, and the dude left.
He was like, I don't want to deal with this fucking redneck.
And it's through Amazon. So I go on my Amazon. It says, like, you know, it says, like, look to pick up at your local UPS provider. I'm like, what? What the fuck? Well, how do I find that?
Well, you can always switch it to your hub. The closest hub, like a 7-Eleven near you.
No, but it's not. So it's not delivered through Amazon now.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's all fucked up. Like, it was Amazon, and then it changed to DLH or something like that, and then UPS,
fuck those guys,
and then
dude, they're worse than FedEx.
It went everywhere, like, because I checked it before the other day, and it said it was at like the USPS, and then I don't know, it's all fucked up. So I'm pissed off. I hope I get it because it's a dope ass figure.
Yeah, that King is sick, dude. I fucking need to pick up one of those, but then I'm like, I have to wait till I have more space.
I mean, he's basically a buffer Tiger Mask, man, which there's no figures of Tiger Mask ever made.
I just want to have him, like, I want to do a King versus Liger.
Yeah.
And then, like, King versus Hulk Hogan.
See, that'd be cool. King versus anyone, man.
Yeah, King versus fucking Zangief is one I'd really love to do. I have to get both those.
The Zangief, yeah. I don't think I'm going to get it, but I do. Man, it's just another...
The green underwear is cheaper.
I would have to get the red, dude.
I think the green underwear is like $20 cheaper.
Nah, I'd rather get the red.
Yeah, because that's classic Zangief.
Yeah. What do I want the green for? I don't know.
But anyways, thank you guys for listening. Fucking, you're on Patreon, so you already know all the cues.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
And we don't say goodbye.
We say
good charity.